Today, President Biden is set to meet with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson for the first time as he aims to reaffirm the special relationship between the U.S. and the U.K. It's fraught political territory for Biden, who has spoken out against Brexit and called Johnson a clone of Donald Trump. Congressional correspondent Rachel Scott is in Cornwall, England, with more on this. Rachel, Biden and Johnson are expected to discuss a new task force to work on resuming travel between the U.S. and the U.K. So what do we know about that right now?
Dan, this is going to be a pretty big step. It's been about 15 months since travel between the UK and the US has essentially been brought to a standstill with very tight restrictions. This is going to be focused on easing some of those restrictions. We talk about this trip in a lot of ways. It's about messaging, the message that President Biden is sending to the rest of the world. And so a lot of this is saying that America is back on the world stage. But also this is about sending a message that America is bouncing back from the pandemic. At the time, the G7 summit just last year had to be canceled because of America's rising coronavirus infection rates. It has been more than 400 days since an American president has even stepped foot on foreign soil. So a lot of this is going to be sending that message that America is bouncing back from the pandemic as well. And this is going to come with that announcement from President Biden today to send more than 500 million vaccine doses to some of the world's most poorest countries. Still getting some criticism, though. One nonprofit pointing out that at this rate, it's going to take 57 years for the entire world to be vaccinated.
And Biden and Johnson are also expected to discuss climate change and the pandemic. What's Biden hoping for on those fronts?
Yeah, he's really hoping to bring this center stage. And in a lot of ways, this is a clear departure from what we saw during the Trump administration when climate change was really on the back burner. And so now you have the New Atlantic Charter, this agreement that was from the 1940s, post-World War II era. They're going to be renewing this again, but with a focus on the modern day. They recognize the fact that we are no longer in the 1940s. So you're going to see the issue of climate change front and center, as well as the pandemic and the rising threats and ongoing threats of cyber attacks against not only the United States, but also against the UK as well. So expect that to be center focused, Diane.
And Rachel, as I mentioned, President Biden has criticized Boris Johnson in the past. Johnson and Trump also had a very close relationship. How might that complicate things today?
Yeah, and as you pointed out, Diane, this is the first time that the two leaders are actually going to be coming face to face. Listen, I think today the White House has made it clear that they're going to be focusing on their shared values versus their differences, but President Biden has not minced words. He did not support Johnson's decision and Britain's decision to leave the European Union, and he's expressed some increasing concern about Northern Ireland and the fallout of Brexit as well. But today is really going to be focused on what the two share, focused on this renewed alliance, focused on vaccine distribution, resuming travel from the United States and the UK as well, and as I mentioned, the climate change and cyber attacks.
And Rachel, quickly, Biden's also meeting with G7 leaders tomorrow, attending a NATO summit in Belgium before that face-to-face meeting with Vladimir Putin. How might these meetings impact his approach to dealing with Putin?
I think in a lot of ways the tone has already been set. But of course, the outcome of this meeting is going to be something that the entire world is also watching. The White House and White House officials that we've been talking to say the strategy here is on defense and discussion. The president has said that he wants a stable and predictable relationship with President Putin, but it's hard to figure out how that's going to happen when Putin is unpredictable in a lot of ways. And as we are doing this in the middle and the backdrop of the ongoing cyber threats against the United States. And so this is going to be a very blunt meeting. We know that President Biden is not going to mince words as he has done before. And of course, the two have come face to face many times before. The last time President Biden actually told him that he didn't have a soul, Diane.
Yeah, he didn't mince words there, that's for sure. Rachel Scott in Cornwall, England. Thanks, Rachel. And you can watch our full coverage of the Biden-Putin summit next Wednesday, June 16th, right here on ABC News Live.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.